I'd love that to continue. So yeah, rumours that Arsenal want to sign Guimaraes arose at the end of June, with David Ornstein revealing that a verbal offer had been made to Newcastle for the midfield star. Although Bruno has since made it clear he wants to leave for Arsenal, the Magpies refused to sell on a saga that has been played out in the media. Newcastle have been left flabbergasted by the Gunners' approach in the transfer market. Arteta's side have been told if they want to sign Bruno, they'll have to match the fee that Tottenham paid for Sandro Tonali, meaning that a club record £100 million, in brackets 117 million euros, is the only way to get the deal done. Okay, we'll see. So far, Arsenal refused to go above 70 million, although yesterday we saw comments that refuted that for Bruno, who has 2 years left on his contract, and we all are well aware and well versed on the saga. How to leave Newcastle with Hesse expected to replace him. Apparently, this Don's won 5 trophies. He's currently in the Saudi Pro League. For expert opinions on him, I'm not the guy. All of those kind of things. We're just going to see the key parts. And respectfully to Newcastle, this is only of relevance to me because it might think, bro, Bruno, if I'm them Brazilian players at Arsenal, if I'm Andrea Berta, if I'm the agents, Guimaraes, like, you keep managers left. Any little thing to get this show on the road, people. They've been linked with Kieran McKenna, although has he not took a step back from management for family reasons? Newcastle, fantastic opportunity, but yeah. So yeah, over a fortnight ago, Eddie Howe communicated such. Newcastle initially asked him to reconsider. So I mean, to be honest, from an outsider looking in, I understand fan frustrations, but also I look at it like this ain't the place to be right now for what Newcastle have been considering Champions League football, etc. Manager's gone, key manager's gone. Like Eddie Howe's one of them guys, he's gone. Several key players have gone. Like for replacements haven't come in, and even like the emerging talents, that's been a struggle. It's a new project at Newcastle. Like that project's run its course, isn't it? What Newcastle have achieved under Eddie Howe in the 5 years, and obviously winning some silverware, is come to a head, isn't it? There's a next evolution and whatnot. I did see this in the iPaper. Again, we're just trying to find key points, and we should go back to see if there's anything there. It's really just focusing on Eddie Howe, talking about spending there. Arsenal are chasing Bruno Guimaraes. BBC Sport understands the transfer strategy has prompted concerns at how the squad is shaping up for next season and how competitive it may be. Although that alone is not the only factor in Howe's decision to quit, he did help them win a trophy after 70 years. To be fair, it's a hot take and it's really just reactionary. With that being said, could you throw Newcastle in early relegation fight? I mean, people, including myself, thought Brentford would be in that, but yeah. They won 84 of their 179 games. Is there anything with Arsenal and Bruno Guimaraes? Howe will go down as a legend. You don't know. They were perilously close to not complying with... In an era of financial regulation, having wealthy owners does not automatically mean you can spend big in the transfer window. And I'm sure they've even seen sporting directors leave. Did they not have Paul Mitchell at one point? You have to abide by those rules, and that is where Newcastle have come unstuck this summer. They were close to not complying with those rules, and that was a key in the decision to sell Tonali and Gordon. With that, if Guimaraes was to leave as well, it would probably have been a step too far for Eddie Howe. He may look at the current squad and the recruitment of young, unproven players and think they could struggle this season. There was a feeling from his perspective that maybe it was the right time to walk away. So yeah, thoughts are with them lot, but all I really care about is Guimaraes to the carpet, mate. The decision is said to be amicable. Eddie Howe will take a break. Anything about Bruno Guimaraes here? If I read out all of this, we'll be going over the same stuff. Clearly, the sales of key lieutenants, Gordon and Tonali left. Okay, they didn't get Munoz, another player they were rejected by. Apparently, there was honest conversations for weeks. R.I.P. Kevin Keegan, as it says there. Newcastle are currently looking at soft touch in the market. Okay, that doesn't say anything about Bruno. Maybe this does. The move comes after a summer of upheaval with doubts surrounding the future of captain Bruno Guimaraes. The Brazilian has been heavily linked with Arsenal. What will be, will be. We can't control the forces that are at play here. We've just got to make sure that when Bruno comes back, we look after him. He trains well, which I'm sure he will do. I mean, it's fair thought for Bruno because you're going to come back and it's like coming back from, it's like going on holiday at work and coming back and you got so many new co-workers in it, really and truly. And even him as a captain, like it's not the same, but it's definitely not the same, but it's got to have shades of Thierry Henry 06 or 07, whenever it would have been 06, 07 season when he departed, didn't it? It's got to have that in that. Yeah, these players, you're looking around the Emirates, yeah, these players might be exciting, but I'm prime ages / getting on a bit. They're going in a different direction. And to be fair, Bruno could very well be a hero in Newcastle's in the Newcastle fan base because of what he's done. He could reject Arsenal and all of these things, stay there. the next 3-4 years, they develop and they get back to the glory days. Obviously, he's 28, turning 29 this year. Pass it on. He gets to that stage and he says, listen, I want a 2-year contract. They could turn around and say, we can only give you one because that's what makes sense. And then he's going to sit there and say, what about all the times I could have went X, Y, and Z and I didn't? Rightly so, Newcastle could turn around and say, that's your business. I know football's romantic. Players come to love clubs. Clubs come to love players and their fans. We've got to remember this is a job and this is a business, quote unquote. You've got to do what makes you happy. Like, God forbid, Bruno could leave, join Arsenal and not win a damn thing. But then at least if that's what you want to do, at least you can't look back with regrets. I'd rather do that than sit back with what ifs. But Eddie Howe, that seems quite blasé. That does seem in hindsight like someone that's going to cut in it. What shall be, shall be. So yeah. Apparently said there's been a lot of upheaval at the football club with potentially more to come. So this is the first time, to me, Eddie Howe's, he's doing the diplomatic thing, but he's really talking like, okay, it's going to get more peak. I think there's always reasons to be optimistic, and that's very much my default setting. I believe great things are possible every season with a real buzz of what's ahead. I see no reasons to be any different this year. Apparently then said, every day as Newcastle manager is a great day for me. I absolutely love the football club and that will never change. And to be fair, there are some Newcastle fans that have said, to be fair, away from all of this, they think it's the best time for him to cut. I think Arsenal have grown in optimism over a deal for Bruno. Arsenal feel anything above 75 million will stand a chance. Newcastle sources point towards closer to 85 million. There's a fair chance we get clarity by Friday or shortly after. So it'd be lovely because it's Friday tomorrow. Newcastle will still deny a formal bid, but remember with Zolis, Arsenal got a verbal agreement and therefore only placed a formal bid once they came to an understanding. So it'd be interesting to see how this develops. Has there been any other emerging stuff as we've been here? We'll go over the Ethan stuff. Don't worry, folks. Don't worry. Yeah. I mean, we've gone over the Bruno stuff yesterday. It depends where you read people. I'll save that for Tom Canton. But yeah, what will be, will be. That's quite interesting. So yeah, apparently Ben Jacobs has said our optimism over completing the signing of Bruno has increased in recent hours, maybe boosted by the fact that, my man's cut. Yesterday, Team News and Ticks said, Arsenal and Bruno's camp thought there was an agreement to leave. Last year, Guimaraes had an agreement to leave. If Newcastle didn't get Champions League football for around 60 to 65 million, that never came into play. Fast forward 12 months. Guimaraes' camp thought the agreement still stood. You see why in football, things need to be in writing. Arsenal went through intermediaries to explore the possibility of that. From that point, Guimaraes has completely had his head turned and wants to be at Arsenal. So if that is the case, it's only been further reinforced with Eddie Howe. Arsenal went up to 70 million the other day, and it seems to have been swiftly rejected. I'm almost certain that was a nod to Guimaraes' camp. We're going above the number you told us. We want you. There's got to be some give and take here. Because of him wanting to leave, I think it will happen, and I think Arsenal will slightly overpay. Originally, Arsenal were looking at around the 60 million mark. Now it's looking between 75 to 85 million with add-ons. If it stretches much further, I'm not sure Arsenal will go there. So what do you make of such people? Arsenal recognise signing Vinicius Junior will be very difficult for them to pull off, but they believe they are well positioned to capitalise if Real Madrid and the player cannot agree terms on a new contract. So that doesn't tell us we're bidding regardless, and what you lot doing is your business. That tells us we're trying to exploit a situation. So I can only really give proper deluded belief if it comes out Real Madrid, Vinicius. Now the talks are done. Everything's still at play. So when you get beyond the excitement and the headlines, there ain't really not much more for that. That being said, Hand of Arsenal has spoken, people. He said he's done VINI and Arsenal and VINI on Real Madrid. Please make sure we're smashing the like buttons. Can we get to 100 likes? Twitch gang, make sure you subscribe with Amazon Prime. Arsenal have spoken to the camp of VINI Junior, obtained all the necessary financial requirements, and then approved it at all levels internally. That's another reason of optimism. The only optimism I can get that. All right, we're gonna put the bread up if we can do this thing. Vinny's camp is well aware if his contract talks fail, the English champions are ready to financially put in a serious offer. So once again, if contract talks fail. So maybe Vinicius' agent's laughing because he's playing Arsenal against Real Madrid, Real Madrid against Arsenal. He knows either he's going to get clarity and you're still seen as one of the crown, the jewels in the crown at Real Madrid, or you're going to come Arsenal and be the man. I don't quite agree with Curtis Shaw talking about get rid of Saka would have to give up that number 7 for Vinny. Less of that. But yeah. Vinny Junior's trusted circles proactively explored potential future destinations for the winger, engaging leading sports analytic firms and data-driven football experts to stimulate how he would fit into various top-tier tactical systems. According to well-placed sources, Arsenal features predominantly in those projections as a highly compatible destination. Great. I mean, yeah, the analytics, great, but I don't need that to Vinny, the left wing is free. We'll even keep Martinelli and a couple Brazilian men so it's a link up. There's better Brazilian players around all the British clubs and even places like Brighton that's not far. There's the London attraction. We've dunked on Real Madrid's head back, so you know what we're on. You can see we're a good bunch of players, a good group. You could be the I don't want to use the term king, but you could be the king. You don't need analytics to see that. For me, bids need to go through. All the language, if you're reading and getting away from the excitement, is we're seeing how this contract talk plays out. And we was told Monday, now now it's being remixed to Friday. Arsenal continue to work on other targets like Alvarez and others. While they're the kind of caliber players we want, the short of it is you're waiting, as much as we could do the tactics thing about Vinny, we're waiting to see if the contracts do or don't work. So you're relying on that. And his first choice could very well be to stay at Real Madrid. Julian Alvarez is well known. He wants the Barca move. So you're trying to be receptive to that. My thing is, if that's what you want to do, go for it. Make sure the profiles. I don't think we get a striker, but Alvarez tells me a striker that's fit for the system and can get some goals and press. So that's one. Vinicius Junior, clearly we need a left winger. Bruno Guimaraes, obviously I'm more optimistic about that, but central midfielder. And whether it's Timber, Ben White, the whole injury stuff there, obviously we've in line with recent weeks with Saliba, defensive reinforcement. So 4 signings that really could change our lives, people. Vinny and Real Madrid. A year of stalled and unsuccessful contract talks. The financial gap between the demands of both camps is a 7-digit multi-million figure. Rock Nation feel he is not seen as an untouchable asset currently, and the salary and contract being offered reflects that. So you're not going to get Mbappe things. Real Madrid are not willing to to play a blank check to Vinny. They have a limit and won't break it for anyone. Talks between the camps are set to resume in the coming days when the player returns to ascertain if this financial gap can be closed. The blame for talks taking so long is being passed back and forth between the two parties. So obviously Vinicius and his camp and Real Madrid. Real Madrid do not want him to leave on a free transfer next summer. So my thing is they don't want him to leave on a free. If contract negotiations don't reach a positive conclusion with Real Madrid concerned, we've got the approval to get this money done by all camps. That's my optimism. Beyond that, yeah. Arsenal are ready to enter and Rock Nation will keep us informed. Arsenal owners are involved in Vinny Junior's deal and they want to go all in. The club has made direct contact with the players' agency Rock Nation and presented their idea. Nothing has changed with Real Madrid. There's no improved offer and there's been no new meeting yet. It all depends on Vinny. Both he and Real Madrid have to sacrifice a bit, but Vinny more. The player returns on Friday. And again, my gut, and I don't know him, is you want to stay at Real Madrid, people. So I'd love to be proven wrong. Naturally, I would love him, but yeah, don't seem like there's any updates there. Real Madrid getting some money and selling some academy grads and things of that ilk. There's been no meeting between Vinny and Real Madrid yet. If Vinny wants to stay, I think he'll end up reaching an agreement with Real Madrid where he will sacrifice more than the club and lower his financial demands. If Vinny has that urge to be more important, he'll have Arsenal as an option, as probably a bunch of others. He could be reignited with Paulo Javier, who is now a scout for Arsenal. He used to be at Madrid, and they say he's the one who discovered Vinny in Brazil. So again, ironically, I said this yesterday, you look at Cristiano Ronaldo and you look at Vinny. Clearly, Cristiano's a bigger footballing legend and a Real Madrid legend, but he was at Sporting. He made a name for himself at Man United, done his thing, 80 million. The minute Vinny Jr. kicked a professional ball, they grabbed him and grabbed Rodrigo. So is there whether the Vinny thing has the positive stuff that us Arsenal fans want, or we've been taken around the houses, ultimately nothing. Is there something in being a bit proactive and finding Morgan Rogers before he's at Aston Villa, Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo when they're in Brazil, Mohamed Salah when he's in Italy off the back of the Chelsea spell, Kevin De Bruyne when he's labelled a Chelsea flop and he's over there in Germany. You get the case, innit? Maybe that's something because this market is a madness, people. Arsenal are serious about signing Vinny Jr. The club's owners are now directly involved and are willing to go all out to sign him. Arsenal have spoken with the players' entourage Rock Nation to present their idea. Presenting don't really mean much. Talks between... Oh, sorry, we've gone over that with Hand of Arsenal, so we'll be repeating the same thing. Sky Germany's Florian Plattenberg is saying Arsenal are preparing an official opening offer for Vinny Jr. and have informed the players' camp of their intention. Real Madrid, aware of Arsenal's interest, have sent a counter offer to Vinny to extend his contract and hope to reach an agreement. This is saying Jose Mourinho does not consider Vinicius Junior essential at Real Madrid. The club will not force his departure, but they also won't close the door to a good offer. And let me close this window, people. And broadly, you're hearing that Real Madrid have concerns that several players don't want to leave. I think that's more of a case of, that Raul Asensio, Camavinga, all of these guys, them kind of guys, they're the Vinicius. Because if you're Jose Mourinho, You want Vinicius Junior, you want Mbappe, you want Yan Diamande, you want Jude Bellingham, you want Camavinga, you want Rodri, you want Bernardo Silva. You want those guys. So yeah, Real Madrid cannot pay an 80 million euro signing bonus nor give him 80% of the image rights. So I guess this one is relying on Vinny. If Vinny says, you know what? I've been at Real Madrid my whole life, quote unquote. Well, my footballing life, like in Europe, I've been 18, I'm 26, I've won stuff. I want to be the key man, or I want to just know that you haven't just got a new shiny toy with Mbappe and I'm disillusioned. I might want to try a new experience because 26, this is your prime age. I understand it. Obviously, Real Madrid is Real Madrid, but I understand both sides. I understand Real Madrid probably wanted to keep him, maybe making some money, maybe, having a hard line. I also understand him wanting to be important to the project, how he fares. It's a short career, let's be honest, getting the money that your value recognizes because you are one of the most household names in football and probably one of the biggest shirt sellers at Real Madrid. And I don't know, man, because some say he's on leaving, some say he's not. Some say Real Madrid want to give him a new deal. He wants to sign a new deal. He's willing to change his demands. Real Madrid are willing to change his demands. Until I see bids, accepted, rejected, medicals, or at the very minimum, being told two things. Either Vinicius Junior and Real Madrid are not coming to a conclusion on a new contract, or he signs a new deal. It just stays talking points here. Ellie Junior Krupi, a player I won at Bournemouth, has a long-term injury. Apparently, Ornstein reported he's out for 3 to 4 months. Barcelona's dependence on Julian Alvarez is increased as their main target. So yeah, Julian Alvarez is another one that it's like we're hanging on side. It's like Vinicius Junior and Julian Alvarez. It's like they're in relationships, and we're being that guy just waiting for the relationship to break up. And the minute the girl's left him, you'll be in that shoulder to cry on and to run on. You get it? That's how we're kind of moving. What's this? Real Madrid consider Courtois, Valverde, Bellingham, and Mbappe as untouchable. Vinny hasn't been thrown into that, people. Where Ethan Nwaneri is concerned, Ethan Nwaneri is a type of profile that interests AC Milan. There's been contact. Milan is making inquiries to understand the situation. I can add there are other clubs interested. It's Cutthroat, Leipzig, and 2 Premier League clubs, Fulham and Everton. Loan him out, man. Everton will send him to David Moyes. You did your thing trying to help us win the Premier League. Fulham, you could go over there, stay in London. Leipzig, he's gone to another league in France, so he's on that. I like the British players, young and old. And I'll say more so in recent years. It used to be the 16 to 18-year-olds that go Germany, settle roots, and then bust out. You're seeing older players go. I mean, AC Milan's a massive club. Milan and Italy's a great city. I don't know for Ruben Amorim. I don't know if you know Mano. Mano might say, no, he's not the guy. But it makes sense. And the key attraction for Milan, quote unquote, you could achieve things with getting Nwaneri, but quote unquote, you could buy him for low, quote unquote, and sell him back to these shores. The Italian leagues are struggling. I want Nwaneri to badly make it here. I wanted to, if he's not going to get football, go out on loan. I don't agree with it, but I can understand if we're trying to do the money-making thing and there's a 50-odd million. But then you could argue his stock is not as high as it could have been, essentially. That's where loaning him out can bring that, because whatever we could have got when he was bagging against City, we're not going to get that. 100% profit, all that jazz. But yeah, I mean, good players always have interest. But interest is very different from talks actually taking place to various degrees, people. So yeah, Eddie Howe's looking to cut. I do have Tom Canton on the platform after this, people, so make sure you join us. Even if you're not there, smash the like button. Let me scroll all the way up. I thought, let me just get that out of the way for you guys. And then, yeah, we got things to talk about, innit? So, yeah, big up yourself, TWDG2, one love. Newcastle setting up for relegation from football leagues. I expect the bid to be accepted by Monday. Close to agreeing a fee, just over 70 million being reported now. Make it happen. Sammy Motbell's been speaking. Oh shit, where's your comments gone? Big up you lot. All right, Marcel, let's hear this verbal, man. I know this paragraph is some BS. DG, well gone, my brother, my favorite up. Haven't caught you live in a minute. Today is my Earth Strong, bro, so you already know what time it is. Pray for my liver. All right, Marcel, please take time. You're a pagan, you support a shit team, but we appreciate you here, man. Our favorite alcoholic on the platform. More life, man. More to come for you. And you know what, on behalf of myself and you lot, happy birthday. And happy birthday to all of you lot. Let's have a shot for Marcel. I'm a bit selfish because I know it's his birthday and that. Put some more, man. Proper shot, bro. It's a chance for me to have something. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Marcel, salute. That's a lot. But where's the chaser? You know, I'm a soldier. Smash the like button. I ain't ever crumbled. It's calm. It's calm. It's calm. It's calm. It's calm. More life. 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 Lord God. CJ, we need the Bruno G deal done as soon as possible. You know, me, I'm calm. If we don't get Bruno and I'm already getting a lot of pelters. You thought we was getting Rodgers. I'll hold that. I think I was optimistic on. I was pessimistic on Bruno. Now I'm optimistic. I think we grab him still. I think we grab him. Because it feels like we're actually prepared to quote unquote. I use this term loosely. Overpay a bit. Eddie Howe's cut. I don't think he's gonna do the Isaac thing, but I believe that. I believe in our interests and certain variables, as I said earlier with Vinny. But past that, go for Vinny, you know. But you see where Arsenal are waiting to see what's going on. You see the same time, and they're probably doing this, but you see the same time you're waiting to see what's going on at Real Madrid with Vinny. And obviously they're not going to be Vinny caliber, but whoever the other targets for left wing, if that thing don't bang beyond Zolis, make sure you're dotting I's, you're crossing T's, you're simultaneously patterning that deal. As bad mind as it is, best case scenario, we get Vinny. Worst case scenario, you're working on two things simultaneously. Oh, we're not going to get Vinny. Joe Blogs, whoever this left wing is, we know what his team wants in terms of a fee. We know the wages. Ultimately, the demands at the club, innit? So, yeah, man. The old 2 Arsenal shirt, Thierry Henry vibes. Come on. Fire, appreciate you. Juju, another pagan, but appreciate you. Check out Eduardo Hogg. Listen, big him up, but if I'll be real, there's a couple other exceptions, but if it ain't for Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein, hand of Arsenal, I ain't really trying to hear it, bro. Like, I'm sure they're credible, man. Say mums, don't gas me. You lot gas, you lot a bad man. What do you mean? I don't see you lot done me, man. I don't see nothing here with Bruno. There's nothing here with Bruno. Bruno G full agreement. You probably got done by a fake account. Maybe I'm wrong. You lot gas me. I can't lie. You lot gas me. It's gonna get done. 876 to the world and back. One love. Where is this? Oh, sorry, my bad, but someone else reporting what Ornstein said. Your heart was in the right place, man. Your heart was in the right place. You probably not saw that smile because you don't know me. I want Bruno, blood. We should have grabbed him when he was in Brazil. We should have grabbed him when he was at Lyon. Better late than never. You see if we get Bruno. You see if we got Bruno and Declan Rice as the midfield pivot. Not to mention Miles Lewis-Skelly. Not to mention Zuma Mendinho. Don't gas me, man. Don't gas me. Don't even want Rodgers. Anyways, Vinny's landing now. I need to calm down. I'm getting excited. For no reason. It's not done until we see Bruno sat there in the Arsenal shirt signing the contract next to Arteta. But you're right. You're right still. Nah, man, we're not. Listen, big up hand of Arsenal. Indy Kaya said the 70. You know what? That Indy Kaya guy, I know people buy him, but he gets his 1-2 sources. Because I remember he tweeted in February or maybe March. I could be capping, but I think he said one of them times there, Eddie Howe could leave. Now, maybe it was a guess, but I have to give him his flowers for that. Pardon me. If Real asks for Zubi in exchange, do we do it? They're getting Rodri. What do they need Zubi for? Aye, social, one love, 30% chance. Gives an excuse to get another Saka shirt. Saka 11, I could see it. Nah, man. I hear it. If it was someone else that weren't Saka, if it wasn't Saka, like, God forbid, it's bad, man. But if it was Martinelli and he was wearing number 7, take it off. Oh, big up Vinny. Nah, you can't just grab the number 7. You better get another number, bro. Unless if Saka says, yo, I'll give it to you. I can't let Saka know a dickhead. Bro, the notification for your lives aren't working. I've missed so many of your lives. It keeps doing people dirty. This is why I tell you, look, get in the habit of checking. Check out the YouTube community tabs. YouTube don't want us to shine. They don't. Some of you don't want us to shine because I read all the comments in it, and I don't mind trolling and you're rubbish in that because you're literally commenting and it's getting engagement in it. But someone's like, oh, this is why you haven't got as much views as other people. I was like, damn. Well, I didn't make that mad. Oh yeah, one love. Anyways, you got it regardless, man. Don't rely on that. Just get in the habit of preying. DG, anytime you mention the salaries, etc., and scatting them early, the problem is those talents still will cost you no. I think you mean less 70, 80. Not really, man. Not really. Morgan, and again, I'm not saying because there is the double-edged sword. You have to wait for these talents to become talents. Morgan Rogers is not going to cost that much. Julian Alvarez, however much he was for at River Plate, and you don't know that I'm a big fan of Julian Alvarez because when we had that little stage where we got Zinchenko, we got Gabriel Jesus, we're linked to 1-2 players. I always used to say, I don't know how we missed out on the Cole Palmer thing, but I want Julian Alvarez. You can't. The only kickback I would say is fans want it both ways. Find these guys before they become them guys, and then they're gonna say, "Oh, who the hell are they?" And obviously, if I sign it don't really matter about age, but obviously development kind of goes towards the young players, innit? We're all saying, "Oh, find it." I do think there's an element of clubs can't clubs can't win in it because everyone's saying sign Bruno, sign Bruno. You sign Bruno. Oh, what'd you pay that much for him? But going back to the emerging talents thing, people say do that, and then you sign these players. Oh, who is that? He's not good. And obviously, if he's got potential, or if he's got potential, you've got to go there. You've got to go along the steps in it. Like if you equate a player developing to reaching their full potential, it's like a chef. Way before a chef could cook all those Michelin star dishes, and when you go to them uptown restaurants, which are a bump, I've done it twice, I'm never doing it again, where them restaurants where they're flipping the things and there's fire and all of that is dead. I thought it was lit based on things. This way she didn't follow fashion. I'm going off topic. It's mad dead. But before you learn to do all of that, a chef was probably cutting his hand. But that's the double-edged sword. But we need to find more. Listen, I want Bruno, I want Vinny, I want this one, I want that one. But we need to find value, bro. The market's getting mad. I think we need to be more proactive when we find a pattern, not always try to do the smart thing and they're going to bend towards our demands. And also, at times, we have to flex our muscles, bro. Like in an ideal world, Real Madrid, for us anyways, Real Madrid say, yo, Vinny, it's not happening. Arsenal, Guala on the table. These kind of Bruno, 28, goes against what we're trying to do, money on the table, recruit that. Those are the exceptions. But then beyond that, that should be like, I don't know percentages, but we should only do that on a couple of occasions. Other than that, yeah, do the scouting thing. Obviously, Timber was, quote unquote, household name ain't the right word, but people knew about Timber, but smart signing. You see the way we move when it comes to defenders? That's what man need to see with attackers. You lot were crying about Hincapié. I told you, don't watch that, man. He's cool, man. He's cool. Some of you used to rate Pablo Marie over Gabriel Magalhaes, but it's all forgiven. We've won the league. Cold. Saliba is calm. Arteta knew what he's doing. Some people say, oh, he doesn't rate him. He's on loan. It worked out. Timber cold. Even people used to draw out Ben White. Remember, Ben White, Ramsdale, them kind of guys we got in at that time. People were onto them. So I hear you, but even that, how much did Real Madrid pay for Vinicius Junior?